To the restless ones, to all the gallant, frantic fools who follow the path of the sun across blue waters to distant mountains, I dedicate this work. Some lines on the door of Panama House. West of the sunset stands my house, there, and east of the dawn. North to the Arctic runs my yard, south to the pole my lawn. 7 seas are to sail my ships to the ends of the earth beyond. Drifter's gold is for me to spend, for I am a vagabond. Fabulous cities are mine to loot, queens of the earth to wed. Fruits of the world are mine to eat, the couch of a king, my bed. All that I see is mine to keep, foolish the fancy seems, but I am rich with the wealth of sight, the coin of the realm of dreams. A response. I wrote of my house of dreams one day, my Panama house. I told the way that the rugs were laid across the floor. I told of the walls and the paneled door. I told of the books on the teakwood stand, the bits of lacquer, the concert grand, the favorite pictures on the wall, the woven silk of a faded shawl, the jars of spices along a shelf. I told of the things I chose myself to grace my house, those priceless things that an hour of idle dreaming brings. So vividly real, it sometimes seems, that I quite forgot that I only dreamed, that the walls were smoke and the colors gay were a dear mirage that would fade away. So I wrote as though the house were real. The book went forth and made appeal to some far person in some far land, I know, for a letter came to hand. Dear friend, it said, I don't know you, but I am a dreamer and a vagabond too, and the house you built of fragile stuff is the same as mine. If we dream enough, if we strive and work, I truly feel that we can make our houses real. And if mine comes true and I build someday a house of wood or stone or clay in a summer land by a drowsy sea, I hope you'll come and visit me, for the door will open to rooms beyond, for poet and artist and vagabond. A cozy chair and a table set, a book, a drink, and a cigarette, a shaded light with an orange glow of all the things we love and know. It may be never, it may be soon, but I hope that maybe some afternoon I'll hear a step on a creaking stair. I'll open the door, and you'll be there. Yours, a vagabond. How different the view going out is from the view coming in. So just keep your dancing shoes on. Even though I put the rabbit in the hat myself, I'm always a little surprised when the rabbit appears. My epitaph. Do not carve on stone or wood, he was honest or he was good. Write in smoke on a passing breeze these 7 words, and the words are these, telling all that a volume could. He lived, he laughed, and he understood. Sailboats are a craft from a time now past, short of the modern conveniences and technical advances that are supposed to improve our lives and somehow us. They make light of the value of time, assuming in some Zen-like way that those who choose this form of transit have plenty of it. More fundamentally, in sailing, the journey is more important than the destination. Modern forms of transportation reverse this priority. You board an airplane to go somewhere. The journey is merely an experience to be endured. The Song of the Senses. This is the 5-stringed harp, the singing lyre, to play the mad sweet songs I improvise. My life, song of the senses, to devise new harmonies and chords I never tire, questioning the taut, responsive strings for overtones of sensuous delight. Blending the 5, taste, touch, scent, hearing, and sight. hushing my breath to catch the faintest whisperings, to feel the subtleties of silk, the suave caress of satin, warmth of amber, the chill of jade, the sinister temptation of a dagger's blade, the sluggishness of lead, a body's suppleness, the luxury of fur, the gauzy mesh of spiderwebs, the yielding of curved lips. If I were blind, my straying fingertips would know the velvet texture of flesh. To hear dull, muffled thunder in the sky, the thin, sweet note that bells of Chinese jade give off when struck with silver, cannonade on surf and coral reefs, a gull's lone cry, gongs, cymbals, zithers that wild gypsies strum, a muted laugh, a shrill heart shriek of fear. If I were deaf, my heart would hear the challenge of far-off beaten drums. To see, oh God, to see new skies, new lands, strange cities, temples, palaces, blue skies, old flags defiant whipping in the breeze, red flowers, forests standing, desert sands, bazaars ablaze with color, pageantry, white peacocks, people, and brass, clouds, crystal, ivy, ebony, and glass. Fate grant me this, that I may always see. To breathe the mask of life, the strong perfume of living things, trees, flowers, ripened fruit, the honest smell of onions, arosa root, the friendly scent of old familiar rooms, leaves burning on an autumn afternoon, mint, magnolia, cinnamon, and cloves, white jasper, juniper, and orange groves, the thousand summer fragrances of June. To taste good food, meats, sauces, gravies, spice, hot chilies, syrups, honey, and fresh bread, crisp ham, wild game, thick steaks, rare juicy red, old relishes that epicures devise. To drink light beer and dark from wooden kegs, white wine and red, champagne if I prefer, fresh milk, cold water, or old liqueur, but wine of wines to drink, life froth and dregs. The rest of the road. If the rest of the road is half as good as a half that has gone before, I'll swing along with a singing heart and pray to the Lord for more. I ease my bones at the halfway house and turn my remembering gaze in the twisting paths that my feet have sought to new untrodden ways. How long, how far, how hard, how fine, how heavy or light the load, if it's half as good as the half I've known, here's hail to the rest of the road. I never stay anywhere very long. When I hear the clear, sweet siren song of the open sea, well, I have to go. But it's nice in the back of my mind to know that I've got a snug little hideaway. I can lock the door when I go to stray. And when I come back, it's awaiting me. My house in Panama by the sea. What did you want to do when you were 16 years old? I wanted to go to the moon, drive a racing car at Daytona for NASCAR, own a trading schooner in the South Pacific, and be a lover of beautiful women. While I never got to the moon, but 3 out of 4 is not bad. Song of the Vagabond. What is the road of the vagabond? The wild goose trail that leads beyond, the path of the wind and the river's bend, and the star that beckons to journey's end. Who are his friends? The sun and the moon, the crying gull and the laughing loon, a lone pine tree by a mountain stream, a mongrel dog and his god, and a dream. Who are his loves? A chance met miss, a lingering moment, a careless kiss. He lost real love when he said farewell and followed the sound of the gypsy bell. What is his song as he wanders by? It starts with a laugh and ends with a sigh. It's strangely bitter and oddly sweet, and its rhymes follow his restless feet. What is he hunting? What does he seek? A nameless valley beyond a peak, where fool's gold gleams in the white quicksands of the river that flows through Neverland. Who will mourn him when he dies? Maybe the clouds in the wind-swept skies. Maybe a crow on a dead tree limb and a lonely dog that followed him. Why does he wander? Why does he go? Ask the wind what makes it blow. Ask the river what makes it flow. Don't ask him, he doesn't know. I wish for them and all the people on the earth the life, liberty, and the freedom to pursue their concept of happiness that I myself enjoyed, and I wish the same for you. In feeling my soul grow pure and warm with the recollections, with the telling, with the simple knowing, I chanced it and went far out there while so many others stayed home. You know death is your destination. Why would you do anything but have a joyful journey? For a moment, Don wanted to cry out to her, ask her to stay, to let him buy her a brandy. But old travelers know when the dance has ended, when the time for parting has come, and Don was now an old traveler. I wonder if one day I'll find that I, who have been captain of my own ship on many seas, have made my final trip and must seek harbor in a rocking chair on some hotel veranda. Will I stare with dull and haunted, sick, remembering eyes at clouds that vagabond the open skies, while businessmen enjoying their vacations discuss their golf and major operations? No, God forbid. Oh, hear my desperate plea. Let me go down to death on the stormy seas. We know not what strange port shall be our last, nor care. Today we feast, tomorrow fast. The treasure found is less to us than treasure sought, and we most dearly treasure trifles dearly bought. When all those tender things, love, friendship, home, that haunt the dreams of us who drift and roam, we trade for worthless stardust, which we vainly seek in nameless islands, lost beyond some mist-enshrouded peak. My life is passing too quickly, but I am spending it well. Oh well, it's an adventure, and that's why I came. Life, when you leave me, go with silent feet, slow and reluctant. For a moment hover, smile, and I'll go to that last dark defeat, laughing, to dream that I am still your lover. Compensation. I find that with the passing years, my pace is just a little slowed. I may not go so far nor fast, but I see more along the road. My grass house stands by the open sea on a bit of beach that belongs to me, and I paid, I don't remember the price, of my little acre in Panama. By now, Fiona had half a dozen admirers. I'm not jealous. The gorgeous old gal deserves every flirtatious glance sent her way. I'm well aware of the fact that all this attention is a tribute to the people that built her, not to me. Looking back at over a half-century of sailing, it all seems like a never-ending play by Shakespeare, where the Romeos and Juliets are forever young, and I have become old, who like King Lear is slowly losing his wits. Now that I am coming into my second or third childhood, I wonder if all along I've been just playing at explorer on the outback waters of the world, sailing an obsolete boat while other people are riding the information superhighway from one end of the global village to the other. Many hundreds of people have been invited to tour or sail on Fiona as my way of partially repaying the hospitality I have received in so many countries she has been. For many of us die without our song being sung, without our poetry being read, and without any of our dreams coming true. So I may disappear, leaving no forwarding address, but for all you know, I may still be sailing among you on my vagabond journey of the world. And now, as the end is near, and I face the final curtain, my friends, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've had a life that's full. I've traveled every ocean, every continent, and much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets? I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did whatever I was man enough to do, and saw it through. Yes, there were many times I knew that I bit off more than I could chew, but through it all, even when there was doubt, I faced it all and stood tall and did it my way. I've lived, I've laughed, I've cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now, as tears subside, I find it all, and the importance of it, a little amusing. To think I did all that, oh, may I say, not in a shy way, oh no, not me, I did it my way. For what is a man, what has he got, if not himself, then he has naught, to say and do the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. Let the record show I took the blows, and still did it my way. Yes, it was my way.